Hello you sexy little swines, I'm Josh from WhatCulture Gaming here today with some Uncharted news. Some Uncharted movie news. Yeah, I know that might not be exactly what you wanted, but it is surprisingly actually quite promising, and honestly, it's made me excited for the first time in years for a video game adaptation. Sony have been trying to get a movie version of Uncharted off the ground for over a decade now, going through directors like Jules goes through his one per lists. Between the likes of David O. Russell and Seth Gordon, the studio haven't been able to make anything stick though. And just when it looked as though they did have a solid concept and a director in Sean Levy, he buggered off as well, with the project seemingly going back into development hell. However, Sony apparently seem committed to making the Uncharted movie happen and have now appointed Dan Trachtenberg as the latest director. This is a fantastic shout in my opinion, as Trachtenberg, while only having a few credits to his name, has produced nothing but fantastic work. 10 Cloverfield Lane was a surprise smash hit, taking that series down into a radical new direction that focused more on tight claustrophobic horror and detailed character work. His Black Mirror episode as well, Playtest, was also excellent, reveling in the same mind-bending thriller territory that 10 Cloverfield Lane also did. Yeah, his genre work so far might not seem instantly compatible to Uncharted's grand action-adventure tone, but it's clear that the director knows how to craft exciting, interesting films, which is more than can be said about the last couple of people to have occupied this same role. Sean Levy, for instance, while not a bad director by any means, is more of a safe pair of hands than a real visionary. Looking at any of his other flicks, you can kind of see the safe, uninspired 3-star film Uncharted could have been with him at the helm. And now let me stress, this is totally my own opinion, so please don't kill me. The objective facts are totally out the window now. A movie adaptation of this series needs someone who will take it into a unique direction. This franchise is one of my favorites of all time, and the level of storytelling in those games, the fourth especially, has been outstanding. You don't need a straight adaptation of that material, because there's a 90% chance you won't be able to top the emotion, the performances, or the scale that's already there in video game form. Back earlier this year, when Nathan Fillion and Alan Ungar made fans' dreams come true by releasing a 15-minute Uncharted fan film, Scott and I lost our collective minds. This was the love letter to the people who adore this series, full of references and homages to other games. But again, in my opinion, it wouldn't have sustained a feature-length movie. At some point, it would have simply become an exercise in imitation, replicating too closely what already exists. And when that's the movie's sole aim, you might as well just play the games. Sony are obviously wanting to do something completely different with Uncharted as a movie then, already casting Spider-Man's Tom Holland as a younger Nathan Drake. In a way that's kind of blasphemous though, as what's the point in losing the charm of an older Nate? Hopefully, though, this will at least allow us fans to see it as a brand new entity, inspired by the games for sure, but not have them as a constant reference point so we can compare and contrast while we're watching the movie to judge its quality. Of course, you're free to disagree with all of this, and I genuinely would love to know where you stand on it down in the comments below, as I know there are loads of people who'd bloody love a straight adaptation, although I'm not sure if I'm one. But no matter whether Dan Trachtenberg's movie, should he even get to make it, because let's face it, at this point, Sony just seem to be farting around with the project, whether that's good or bad, whether it's what you wanted or whether it's not, it can never replace how great Naughty Dog's original series is, and hopefully will be able to stand on its own. So leave us a comment, and while you're there, could you give us a like, share, subscribe, and head over to WhatCulture.com for more lists and news like this every single day. Even if you don't though, I've been Josh, you've been watching WhatCulture, and I'll see you soon. Bye.